Hey everybody, just a quick heads up before we head into Hogwarts. In this episode, we have some explicit references to United States Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Just so you all know, this episode was recorded before her passing, and we just want to take a minute to express how important she is and was to the world as a whole. As a result, we are dedicating this episode to her memory. Last time on Why Can't We Be Wizards? Notice in the Forbidden Forest a glowing sort of light. It almost looks like there's somebody having a fire out there.
You know how I was sleeping in the last class? I had this crazy dream.
How crazy? Like dragon crazy?
I was in a forest surrounded by these hooded figures.
Did you hear about the Death Eaters in the woods before you had your dream?
No.
Hey, Caleb. Allison kind of like taps the glass and says, yeah, you see that there? There's like a fire in the forest again.
Leo.
Huh?
Would you watch this fire? I just want to finish up that essay.
Oh god, there's a fire.
Don't worry, you didn't cause it this time.
Oh, thank god. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go to the forest. If you guys want to go get a teacher, that's fine. But they will get in trouble if they are in the forest.
So we didn't notice anyone following us, is that correct? Alright, we're going to the woods.
A short, stout, angry-looking woman. Here, I'm gonna go get Professor Pritchard. No, I am not going to take you into the Forbidden Forest. It's forbidden from students for a reason. It is dangerous out there.
I guess we go back now.
In the morning, every single point that Gryffindor has accumulated up to this point is gone. In between Barney and Lawrence is a third Gryffindor. I'm Violet.
Okay, bye.
Over the last several weeks, all of you have really gotten accustomed to your new life at Hogwarts, one way or another. How does everybody do that? What are you guys doing over the next several weeks? Probably the most hectic of your entire lives so far.
I think Leo wants to explore the castle, maybe more than anything. He's obviously going to do what he can in his classes, but that's not his main interest. This castle is super interesting to him.
Freya has just completely thrown herself into studying and learning the correct way to do as many spells as she possibly can. She specifically really likes charms and has grown really fond of that class in particular.
That's interesting because you guys have charms with the Slytherins.
I know.
Gotta wear that sweater.
Oh god, no.
Caleb is all down for learning as many spells as possible, and he'll probably stay up late at night and be reading as many books as he can as well.
Allison is trying hard in her classes, but school tends to come pretty easy for her, so she often gets bored, even though she could try a little bit harder to be better at the spells and things. Her favorite class is coming to be herbology, taking care of plants and being outside in the greenhouse while the weather is still semi-nice before it gets cold and snowy.
Skyler is kind of the opposite. It's really hard for Skyler to get through all their coursework. But getting maybe not the best grades doesn't bother them that much, as long as they're trying their hardest. And then I think Skylar's also, when they're done with homework, joining Leo for some castle adventures, because Skylar's always up for an adventure.
Yeah, I'm not sure Leo's quite given up on looking for that pool yet.
Oh, God.
Allison tags along on the adventures too. Never the instigator of the adventure, but definitely happy to be included and come along with.
And Caleb's going to encourage Freya to come along with the whole group as well, because there's a time for studying and there's a time for learning practical things.
And getting in some trouble.
Yeah, I don't think without Caleb trying to include Freya like that she would really be interested in adventures. specifically because she wants to just learn like as much magic. She wants to just like absorb as much magic as she can right now.
Because of peer pressure?
Because of friendship.
Okay, good. Because, yeah, Freya, I don't want you to ever feel peer pressured into like going on adventures with us.
I mean, I don't think she does.
Good. We really I really like your company. I think you're a cool person.
No, I'm not pressuring anybody. You guys can join me if you want, but I'm just exploring.
Let's go. Are we exploring now?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you guys did quite a bit of exploring.
Nice.
Yeah, what'd we find?
Over the next several weeks.
What'd we find?
I don't know. Where did you go in the castle?
Probably around Ravenclaw Tower to start off.
And definitely where we think the food comes from.
Oh man, do those fires still happen on Astronomy Tower nights?
No.
Nice. Did we ask Professor Pritchard about it?
I mean, not so far.
Can we?
I've not heard from her.
Yeah, I want to talk to her.
Okay.
Allison does want to explore the outside, especially on their like trips to herbology and the greenhouse, and head down to the lake and see the nature stuff outside and not just the inside of a dusty castle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about that. So, let's say, a few weeks into school, you actually are just getting out of herbology class, and when you do, you head out of greenhouse number 2, which is where you've basically spent all of your practical class time in herbology. And as you do so, where do you head? Where do you go?
Hey guys, do you want to like take the long way back around? We could go see Hagrid's hut or go down to the lake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go see Hagrid.
Alrighty. So Allison's gonna head towards where she can see the hut in the distance.
I'll race you there. I start running.
Wait, where are you? Oh, all right. Leo takes off running behind Skyler. Where are we running?
Do I have to roll?
Allison's
I
gonna
want to
run
win
as well.
I want to win.
I'm gonna get you! And Allison runs after, clutching all of her books.
No, I don't think you need to roll just to run somewhere.
Oh, okay. So, do I win the race then?
Oh, you're
I don't
racing.
know about
Yeah.
that. We can't automatically
racing?
assume that you
I
win.
am racing. I don't know if anyone's racing with me, but
Yeah,
well-
Allison agreed and ran after
okay.
you.
So I'm racing Allison and Leo then, right?
Yeah, they started running, and he was just like, "Wait, why are we running?" And started running too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, okay, that sounds great. Everyone who's racing, make a body roll.
-2.
I'm gonna get you! Oh man.
7.
8.
No.
Leo got a 9.
No.
Oh.
Does that a experience point or no?
No.
Ah, dang.
Freya is just like watches them run off and like rolls her eyes, just keeps walking behind them.
Caleb smiles wistfully. He thinks back on a younger version of himself who probably would have chased them, but instead looks down on the lake as he always does when he walks by it, searching for what could lie beneath the surface.
So you and Freya are walking behind slowly?
Medium slow. Not too slow, just at a reasonable pace.
I mean, maybe when they ran off, we kind of like picked up the pace a little bit to keep up, but not running.
So I guess Leo gets to the hut first, and he's like, because it took a lot out of him because he sprinted real hard, but he had -2 body. So, I win.
Allison's also breathing pretty heavy as well, with a -2 on body and not particularly used to athletic performance.
I beat you guys. Why were we running?
Just as you say that, the door to Hagrid's hut just swings open.
Allison jumps back.
Yeah, you see this massive giant of a man step out of his front door and look down at Leo and say, "Oh, you're right there, boy."
Yeah, I'm fine. Hi, Mr. Hagrid. How are you this fine day?
Well, you You ought to call me Professor, I think.
Oh, Professor Hagrid, of course.
Oh no, that's okay. But I'm just teasing you. That's fine. You can call me Hagrid.
Okay, Mr. Hagrid.
Okay. Well, what?
Hi, Hagrid. We were just racing.
That's fun. You having a good time at Hogwarts?
Yeah, it's been a good first couple of weeks learning about stuff.
Oh, I remember my first year at Hogwarts. I had a great time.
Hagrid, what do you got growing in your garden? It's almost pumpkin season, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, we're growing some big ones this year. Halloween's coming up soon.
Oh yeah? What was your favorite Halloween costume? Oh, sorry, is that a
Halloween
weird thing to ask a
costume.
professor?
Well, I'm not really much of one for costumes. On account of me being too large for them, usually.
Oh, okay, well, I always used to make my own.
Oh, yeah, that sounds lovely. What did you make?
I was a Power Ranger once, and Allison, puts her fist up into the air.
A Power Ranger.
At this point, has Freya and Caleb caught up?
Let's say, yeah, right now, you walk up to this awkward scene.
Hello, Professor Hagrid.
Oh, hello there.
It's me, Caleb.
He's a first year.
Caleb. Oh, what? So what are all of your names, anyway? I don't actually rightly know.
I'm Caleb Mirkwood, sir.
Nice to meet you. Put her there. And he offers you this giant hand.
Caleb goes for it and shakes as strongly as he can.
Yeah, I think you need to make a tough it out roll.
Shaking Hagrid's hand is a body roll.
It's a good thing my body score is now 0. Oh, but it was a 5.
Okay, yeah, so...
You get shook.
I think what happens in this case is your hand is lightly crushed.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
So I want you to take a condition.
You mean injured?
Which means -1. Yeah, I think you're injured and now have -1 forward to body.
Gosh.
Caleb winces and takes his hand back.
What about the rest of you? What are all your
He
names?
did not notice that he did that.
He's still got his hand out, excited to shake.
Freya Yaxley, Professor.
Yaxley? Oh, I think I might have known your parents.
Oh?
Yeah, well, they went through Hogwarts here about, must have been nigh on 35 years ago. I was here.
Hey, can you settle a bet? Were they evil?
We've never
Leo,
bet on
I
this, Leo.
swear.
Oh, I guess that was just me.
This is not what we were betting on, Leo.
Son, let me give you a piece of advice. Don't call people evil, especially when you're talking about their parents. It's just not, it's not nice.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry.
Anyway, Professor, I'm Allison Caller.
Well, nice to meet you, Allison. And he offers you his hand.
Allison gives a little, high five.
Sideways?
Sideways high five.
Yep.
He smiles.
Five.
Anyway, can I... seems like while y'all are here, why don't you come on in?
And I'm Leo.
Hello. Hi, Leo. Yeah, would you like to come in for some tea?
Sure.
Tea sounds lovely.
Caleb smiles through the pain.
All right, come in. And he holds the door open for you.
I'm going to whisper to Caleb as we're walking into the hut. Hey, are you okay?
I think my hand might be a little broken, but besides for that, I'm doing just fine.
Oh, like the bones?
I'm gonna try to move some of those fingers, Kevin.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can move them. Your hand is definitely not... You don't have any broken bones. You're just it's just kind of a little tender.
Yeah, he wiggles it. Still attached.
So with that, as you all walk in, Hagrid walks over to a small fire and starts going about making tea for everyone.
Hagrid, you live right next to the woods. You must have seen the fires burning at night in them.
Oh, the fires. What do you rightly mean?
Well, like about a month ago, we saw the fires in the woods and we saw shadows of people like moving around them. So we told Professor Pritchard and she said she'd tell McGonagall and then they stopped like the next day. I was just wondering, like, you probably saw them too since you live right next to the woods.
But those Gryffindor boys said that they stopped the people at the fires.
When you mention that, he turns. Now, look here. You best be careful around that. There's a little bit more going on there than probably anyone in authority around here has let on. I'm not saying it's not right to ask questions, but I'm just offering a piece of friendly advice. Be careful.
We will be, but we're safe now though, right?
Oh, at Hogwarts, you're as safe as you can be anywhere in the world.
So why should we be careful? What do we need to be careful of?
Well, you're safe at Hogwarts. I'm just saying, I would be careful of these here woods. He kind of turns and looks out the window for a moment, and then turns back to making the tea.
But what's in the woods? My father used to take me camping all the time. I mean, there's bears, but like...
Well, these woods, they're not like other woods. There's many a creature in here, mostly harmless, you mind, but there are other things which they're not safe. It's just not a safe place for children, especially when you don't know what's out there.
A lot of creatures, but there must have been people, right? If someone was starting fires out there.
No, nope. Sorry, nope.
No?
He kind of puts his hands up and just sees himself
nope.
with the tea that he's now pulling off the fire and starts pouring into 5 small cups.
Wait, so those Gryffindor boys didn't defeat evil people in the woods?
Now, Freya, we don't call people evil.
Are you kidding me?
Allison gives a very amused look at that comment, Leo.
As we're having this conversation, Caleb feels like Hagrid knows more than he's letting on. Can he look around the room for any sort of clues?
Why don't you make it read between the lines? Roll.
I have heart at -2. Is there any way I can make an investigate check?
I mean, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to understand what's really going on with Hagrid?
No.
Or are you just trying to look at the room to see if there's anything in here that will give you any information?
Yeah, Caleb's never been inside Hagrid's hut, but he knows that he lives right next to the forest. He wants to know what's inside the forest, so he's trying to figure out any clues about the room that might tell him what goes on out here.
Like traps and stuff.
Yeah, go for it.
Nice. That is a 9 + 1.
So on a 10+, you can ask 2 questions.
Does Hagrid have any kind of defenses here?
Defenses?
Like weapons or traps or anything like that?
Well, yeah, I mean, for sure. So Hagrid, above his fireplace, you can see his crossbow, which obviously looks to be like some kind of medieval weapon. It's a crossbow. But other than that, you don't really see much else.
Is there anything suspicious, like blood or mud that looks different than usual mud? He's looking on the ground for any clues.
Unusual mud.
Suspicious mud.
Suspicious mud.
Blood is an interesting question because it does seem like he has recently been doing some kind of trapping. So, it looks like he's in the process of skinning a deer. So there's definitely blood in parts of his cabin. I mean, he's kind of a wild man, right? So But from that perspective, it's hard to tell if there's anything more suspicious than the fact that he's skinning a deer.
So there isn't really anything suspicious
Most
here.
civilized people skin the deer outside.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, Hagrid's a weird dude.
So, Mr. Professor Hagrid, I didn't mean to interrupt Freya, but she was asking, so those Gryffindor boys didn't defeat anyone bad in the woods a couple of weeks ago?
Well, I think you're going to hear lots of different stories about that. Like I said, I think it's best to keep to yourselves and not worry about it too much.
I just want to know if they were lying. I think they're full of it.
And they keep picking on us.
I agree. I want to know how they lost so many points if they did something so heroic. Seems a little questionable.
You know, sometimes being heroic isn't necessarily about doing the perfect thing. It's about standing up for the things that you believe in.
I mean, I know some people who believe some bad things.
The only thing they believe in is themselves.
Now, I don't think that's entirely fair. They seem like good boys.
Well, all we know is that they've been picking on us since we got here, so...
Have they now? What have they said?
That we're nerds.
They shoved Skyler and took my wand.
And they took my sweatshirt away from me.
Oh, and they beat you in that arm wrestling contest, and then they made fun of us more.
Yeah, but...
Well, I mean, winning an arm wrestling contest, that doesn't seem like bullying. But I understand if they're treating you poorly, I'll speak with them for you.
I don't think that'll do anything, Hagrid.
I am a professor, so, either they'll listen to me or they'll listen to McGonagall.
Or they'll say that we tattled on them, and they'll make fun of us even more.
Yeah, they're not the most honest people in our experience so far.
I really think you best try to be more understanding and give them their fair shake. They're good boys.
He tried to trip me on the way into the Hogwarts Express.
Really? Are you sure it wasn't an accident?
They were laughing.
They could have been... Look, I get the picture. Like I said, I'll speak to him for you.
Caleb shakes his head and mutters under his breath, well, we know whose side he's on now.
I'm pretty sure they took my wand too, but then I found it, so...
Hey, Hagrid. Did you know my parents, or my mom, she went to Hogwarts.
Who was your mother?
Well, I'm Skyler Ashglen. Her name was Cordelia Ashglen.
Oh, Cordelia.
Yeah?
I remember her.
Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh, well, she was a real firecracker, let me tell you.
Oh man, Skylar's eyes have just turned into like starry eye mode.
One of the most honest, dependable students I ever had. She was a good girl. Oh, Skyler. Well, I'm very sorry to hear about what happened with your mother.
Oh, that's okay. She lives on in my memories, but you see, I just don't have that many, so what you're telling me is really valuable to me. Thanks, Hagrid.
Of course. And with that, he grabs a big tin and opens it up and says, can I offer any of some of these rock cakes?
Do they have chocolate in them?
No, they don't.
Are they more rock or cake?
You don't refuse food, Leo.
Allison takes one and says, I love cake.
Me too.
I'd rather eat cake all day.
I'm gonna grab one too. I love cake.
I'm not really a fan of sweets.
Leo grabs one too.
More for me.
Allison dips her rock cake in the tea to like soften it a little bit.
If I eat this, does that mean I have to roll another body roll?
It depends. How aggressively do you chomp on it?
It depends what it is. Yeah, why not? Leo just bites down hard into it and just goes for it.
Okay, yeah. I guess roll tough it out.
Oh man.
Skylar sees Leo do this and also does it.
Oh no.
Oh god. Yeah, you're rolling tough it out as
All
well.
right, let's do it. I've been rolling a lot of body, which I'm bad at.
Let's see how many teeth you guys lose today.
That's a 1.
Oh no!
I rolled a 4 minus 2. Oh, sorry. That's a 2. I rolled a 4 minus 2.
I rolled a 6. We both failed.
Oh.
Okay, on a 6 or lower, you're hurt badly. Choose one. Pass out or flee. You're cursed, severely injured, or deeply affected by it, and I'll tell you how. Or take all 3 options from the mixed success list, which is take an appropriate condition, you're knocked out of position, putting you in more danger, and you lose something important.
I really like the idea that I would just flee.
Oh my god.
Just like,
okay.
and I just run out of Hagrid's house.
Oh no.
I want to lose something important, being my tooth, and fall off the chair.
Okay, yeah. So, Skyler, you're going to take an appropriate condition,
Yep.
which is injured,
Yep.
I think.
Injured, fell off
You
chair.
fall off your chair and your tooth falls out.
Yeah.
I think it's one of your 2 front teeth.
Oh, definitely. It's like the right one.
Yeah.
I
boy.
pick up my tooth from the ground. I'm gonna look up at Hagrid with my tooth in my hand and be like, "Is this what's supposed to happen?"
His eyes are a bit wide.
Oh no.
And he looks at you and he looks down and he says, well, I can fix that.
Oh god!
Hold on a sec. Don't move.
Maybe we should go to the hospital wing.
Oh no.
Maybe,
Maybe you should. Yeah, no, that's probably a better idea. Why don't y'all run off and head to the hospital wing and get her sorted out?
Okay.
And try to drink more milk in the future. You probably should have more calcium in those bones.
Thanks, Hagrid.
Yeah, that was the problem. The bones.
Alrighty, Allison's gonna grab underneath Skylar's arm and try to help them out of the hut and just run off to the hospital wing.
Oh my god.
Leo was about to come back in, and then you guys burst through the door and like, oh, all right, I guess we're done.
Oh, hey, Leo. Do you have all your teeth?
I think so. They don't feel great though.
On Caleb's way out, he's going to grab a couple of the rock cakes and nod at Hagrid with a sarcastic smile. Thanks for the tea.
Oh
Grabbing them to use as weapons later.
That's right.
So much sass.
Whoa!
We are so rude to our teachers.
Oh god.
He broke my hand.
Hagrid does not notice the sarcasm.
Oh, thank goodness.
How did he react to me running away?
He was just kind of like,
He's a little overwhelmed at the moment, so that's why he didn't really notice Caleb's sass.
I mean, we just told him that his best friends are bullies.
Yeah.
And he just didn't believe us.
Allison's gonna wave over the shoulder and be like, "Bye, Hagrid. Thanks for the tea."
Caleb, we're going to the hospital wing if you want to come about with your hand.
Yeah, sounds great. I'll follow you.
Let's go! And Skylar raises their tooth in the air as
Oh god.
they're being dragged by Allison to the...
As a trophy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. And now, a word from our wizard sponsors.
De-gnoming the old garden again, Bruce?
Those little buggers get into my garden every year and I can't seem to keep them out. This time they've eaten all the flutterwort.
Didn't you see the news? The ministry just approved the gnome blower to solve all your de-gnoming problems!
No more blowing out my back on that long distance throw.
The gnome blower uses highly accelerated levitation technology to really blow those gnomes away. based on acclaimed muggle tech like those leaf blowers they always use. Gnome blowing tech is enchanted to throw only gnomes and small dwarves, but not your precious ingredients. The distance of the throw can be set to beat all of your friends' gnome throwing records.
Destroy your friends!
Order now by sending your owls to the rundown shack at the end of Drury Lane. When you get to the screaming tree, you know you have arrived.
Hi, everybody. This is Kevin Rizza, your resident Potter nerd. I hope that you're enjoying the show so far. Things were starting to get a little emotional back there. First, I want to thank this week's sponsor, the Gnome Blower. It's great. I've actually been using one on my own lawn for a few weeks now, and trust me, it really makes a difference. I haven't been bit by one of those little guys since I got it. I couldn't recommend it more. Go out and buy one today for yourself and for all your friends and family. So I want to thank all of you so much for listening to this week's episode of Why Can't We Be Wizards. Please, if you like the show, follow us on Twitter at Why Not Wizards or on the Facebook page Why Can't We Be Wizards. I want to definitely thank everybody who's already talking online about the show. It's really awesome to see and hear all the feedback and comments that we've been getting, and we're having a lot of fun doing it. We're also continuing to post promo clips on all our social media, so if you see those and you like them, please share those out and tell all your friends about it. I also, as always, want to thank Tablestory for creating the game system we use, Witchcraft and Wizardry. Please go and check them out. They're really awesome. Okay, that's pretty much it. Why don't we go and head back to Hogwarts? The next several weeks at Hogwarts are by far the most stressful but also exciting weeks of your young lives. In no time at all, it is now the day of Halloween. The castle is currently decked to the nines with all kinds of spooky Halloween decorations. There are fake bats that are not hanging from the walls, but actually enchanted to appear as though they're actual bats flying around the ceilings. There's a mummy that just walks the third floor corridor. You're actually not sure if it's really a mummy or not. The suits of armor have been enchanted to tell spooky stories as you walk by. And in the Great Hall, there are a number of enormous pumpkins the size of, boulders. So that afternoon, you find yourselves sitting down in Transfiguration class. Have you guys established, do you all always sit in the same seats? Do you change it up?
No, we sit in the same seats.
Yeah. I think Dakota is my partner for Transfiguration from now on.
And so Caleb and Leo sit together, and Allison and Skyler are always sitting together?
Yes.
Sure, for now.
So class starts, and as soon as class starts, Professor Pritchard gets up from her desk, and she's holding a stack of papers of the exam that you just took the other day. Well, class, I think, in general, we actually did very well on this test, and I'm quite proud of all of you. And she starts handing back the tests one by one. She gets to Caleb and Leo's desk. Caleb gets his paper back with an O for outstanding. He got full marks on the exam. And then she sort of gives him a little bit of a smile, but it's not really unexpected because that's kind of just the usual with Caleb. She hands Leo's paper, also an O, which she gives basically the same nod because Leo has also been doing extremely well in all of the Transfiguration exams. Then she heads over to offer Freya her paper. She received an E for exceeds expectations. She got one or two questions wrong, but otherwise seems like she did very well on the exam. Heading over to Skyler and Allison, she hands Skyler her paper. She received an A for acceptable. Not great, but a solid mark. Allison, however, when you get your paper, you have a P, which is poor. And there's a note at the bottom of the test that just says, "Please see me after class."
Ugh, it's always the worst. Why can't they just put the bad news on the paper? I'd have to be like, "See me," and then I have to sit here the whole class stressing out about it.
It's okay. I'm sure Professor Pritchard wants you to have a good grade, so she's just going to work with you after class to see how she can make it happen.
I guess so.
If Leo got an outstanding on this exam, he must have been emboldened to do much better after the egg incident.
No, he's just copying off of
Yeah,
Caleb.
so you've actually been getting perfect marks in all of your exams in Transfiguration.
Wow.
Nice.
Have you been studying?
I actually don't think I have.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Putting absolutely no work or effort into
Right.
the class.
I think I studied like once.
Oh my gosh. I'm jealous of people like you. I work so hard and I get average, but it's okay.
Yeah, and so class, you've discovered, has followed a pretty similar pattern. The first half of class is a lecture. Professor Pritchard gives notes on the board, talks about theory, and in the second half of class, you have to apply that theory. So in this case, second half of class, you guys all have to perform some more Transfiguration. You need to all turn a pair of glasses into a pair of sunglasses.
Ooh.
Oh.
Cool.
I feel like the subtle transfiguration is like somehow harder.
Alrighty, so do we have glasses on our desk, or are we?
Are we just all rolling?
As usual, there is a table in the back of the room that has the necessary items that you need to transfigure.
I'll get him. Skylar's always like up for getting out of their seat and like moving around, so I'll get him.
Allison's pretty bummed out about her P grade for poor on her paper, that she's just kind of sitting there and waiting.
Freya turns to Dakota and asks, "How did you do on the exam?"
Oh, I did pretty well. Not bad anyway. And she shows her test to you, which is also perfect marks. She got an O, and everything was correct.
Oh, not too bad? Jeez.
Well, I study pretty hard. What about you? How did you do?
I did okay. I got an E.
Oh, well, that's not bad. I mean, there's always next time.
Yeah, I think I just need to study a little bit harder.
Yeah, we could go study together.
Sure, I'd like that. I'll get our glasses that we're turning into sunglasses.
As Skylar comes back to their desk, Skylar's wearing both glasses on their face, and then trying to cheer up Allison, gonna like look at Allison and then whip off one of the glasses, but is still wearing another pair of glasses underneath.
Allison waits for a witty pun.
You've been framed! And Skylar slams the glasses on the desk on top of the badly graded paper.
Allison gives a little chuckle, but takes the glasses and whips out her wand and just immediately tries to cast the spell really quick to turn them into sunglasses.
Whoop.
I got a 6.
I mean, that's a failure.
Alrighty, I failed to turn my glasses into sunglasses because I was enraged. And not concentrating very hard.
So the spell rebounds, and you take a condition.
Ooh, so I'm jinxed?
So I think in this case, I actually think that the condition you take is upset.
Okay.
Because I think you're just so frustrated.
Alrighty. I'm just further upset by the fact that my spell didn't work and my essay is terrible and this day is just not going my way.
Oh man, I was gonna give you more puns throughout the day, but it's not the time for it.
Allison just mopes in her seat looking at her glasses. Did the glasses break or anything? Or are they just sitting there?
No, they just sat there unmoving.
Okay, I'm going to inspire you, or attempt to.
Alright, you do have +1 to our relationship.
Yeah, I'm thinking that might help.
Okay, so you're gonna roll soul to inspire others.
Yes.
What are you doing to try to inspire?
I'm going to... the glasses didn't break, right? They're just regular glasses?
They're just still
Okay.
regular glasses.
I'm going to put those glasses back on my face and look at Allison and say, Allison, you are spectacular. You are amazing, and you're looking sharp.
Okay. Yeah. Roll inspire others. Roll plus soul.
Okay.
And +1 for your relationship.
Yay. Okay. 4 + 1, 5. I fail.
So bad news. On a 6 or lower, you aren't convincing, and the other person takes -2 forward to body, heart, or mind.
No.
depending
Too
on
many
inspiration.
puns.
So what were you trying? Which were you trying? I assume heart.
I was doing inspire others with soul.
So you roll soul for inspire others, but you choose when you were trying to inspire someone, you're trying to inspire them for forward to body, forward to heart, or forward to mind.
I guess
So-
heart or mind. I just wanted to make her feel better.
That sounds like heart.
Okay, then heart.
Okay, so she takes -2 forward to heart.
I already have -2. Now we're at a -5 heart.
Oh man.
Wait, -2 is -2 is -4.
I have -1 naturally.
Oh,
Wait, you got -2 already?
Because I am upset.
Oh, no.
Oh
I took
boy.
a condition.
right.
Allison is not amused by Skylar's display of spectacular glasses.
I believe in you.
All right, who else is rolling magic?
I am. That's an 11.
Yeah, you transfigure the crap out of those glasses. They are now, they are like the sunglasses that the Fonz wears.
Hey.
Who's LaFons?
The Fonz, like Fonzie.
You don't know
like,
who the Fonz is?
From
The
Happy
Fonz?
Days.
LaFons?
Sunday, Monday, Happy
The
Days.
Fonz?
Henry
The-
Winkler.
No.
I don't
The
know.
Fonzie. You know, the guy who slaps the jukebox.
I have no clue who that is. I thought you were talking
The
about
Fonz.
Fozzie the Muppet.
I have no idea who you're talking about either.
How do you know?
Oh my god. We gotta sit you guys down and watch Happy
on.
Days.
What's Happy
I
Days?
never,
I actually
I've
don't
never
think
seen
it's
Happy
me too.
Days, and I still know who the Fonz is.
It's a.
Y'all are
It's Henry
old.
Winkler.
Who?
Anyway, the Fonz.
Okay.
He goes.
So-
Hey.
Yeah, no. So okay, let's just do a different. Let's just do a different one. Who's another cool guy with glasses? Yeah, yeah.
man.
You turn them into Arnold Schwarzenegger from the Terminator's sunglasses.
Ooh. I just like pick them up and put them on.
Yeah. Okay. I think Dakota looks at you and is like, looking cool, and she does finger guns again.
Finger guns.
It's kind of her thing.
I'm still trying to think of glasses puns. Something about throwing shade.
Oh my god.
I think you need to make some sunglasses before you can throw
That-
them.
I know.
Why don't you roll?
Yeah. All right. Leo's gonna try and cast the spell. That is a 7.
Okay, yeah. So a 7 to 9. That's a mixed success. So you're gonna choose 2 side effects.
All right. I think the spell has a diminished effect, and maybe it just like turns only one of the lenses to sunglass, and the other one's normal still.
What if it turns them into bifocals?
Yeah, it turns them into transitions lenses. It's actually better than intended. No, yeah, it turns them into like weird sunglass bifocals, and my wand gets thrown from my hand.
Yeah. I think that Professor Pritchard actually is like standing behind you just as you're doing this. She's actually very generally proud of you as a student. You've really come a long way from like your first day. But she sees that and sees that it's going to happen and actually just like reaches up and catches your wand
Nice.
as you do that, and then just hands it back to you and says, better luck next time, Leo.
Thanks, Professor.
Yeah, no problem. Caleb, why don't you go next?
Of course, Professor Pritchard. I got a 12 plus 2.
Dang.
Yeah, no, you.
Show off.
Best glasses ever, I
your
heard.
your glasses are. Tell me, what kind of glasses? Like, what kind of sunglasses do you have?
They are Morpheus from the Matrix glasses that you don't even need the sides to hold them onto your face.
Oh my god, that's wicked cool.
That is so cool.
Yes. What do you do with them?
Caleb looks down at them and says, "Wow, I didn't expect that to work so well.
Professor Pritchard looks very impressed. Really nice spell work there. I appreciated the flourish with your wand you used. That's a nice touch. Where did you read that?
It must have been somewhere in the back of my mind. I can't quite remember."
Oh, well, excellent work. Excellent work. I'm very happy with that. And so at that, Professor Pritchard moves on to Skyler and Allison's desk and
All
motions for them
right.
to give it a try.
We got this. I got this. 7 plus 2, 9.
Okay, yeah, a 9 is a mixed success. So you need to choose 2 side effects.
I think my wand flies out of the air, and Professor Pritchard sees this happen, but it still transfigures the sunglasses.
Yeah, I think there's like kind of a loud bang, and there's like a weird, funky, acrid smell that comes out of the fallout of this spell. But out of the smoke comes what looks like the exact same glasses as before, but the lenses are now dark and shaded.
Nice. I'm going to put them on to test them out.
Allison gets up and like kind of grumpily goes over to the floor and picks up Skylar's wand and comes back and just puts it on the table.
Oh, thanks.
I think Professor Pritchard, who noticed this all happen, walks over and says, "Oh, well, a little unconventional, but nice work, Skyler."
Thanks.
And then she looks at Allison's pair of sunglasses and says, "Oh, Allison, do you want to give it a try?"
Sure. Allison picks up her wand again and looks at the glasses and rolls a 9 plus 2 this time. And magically turns the glasses into a pair of aviators.
Excellent, Allison. That was really, really, really great work. When you apply yourself, you can do great things.
Thanks, Professor.
And so the practical class goes on for a little while longer. Towards the end of class, Professor Pritchard, who usually walks up to the front of the room and describes the homework you need to do just before class is over, she ends up walking up maybe like 3 or 4 minutes earlier than she normally does. And she's holding a stack of papers, and she passes the stack around the room for you all to take one and says, so now we're about halfway through the first term of the year. So in the spirit of learning, we're going to have a group project.
Allison rolls her eyes.
Woo!
And so I want you all to split off into pairs, and you're going to work on the project as a group. And so as you look down at the paper in front of you, it sort of describes this class group project. This is essentially a science fair project. So what you need to do is you need to come up with some concept that's in your Transfiguration curriculum, and then do some kind of experiment in order to create your own unique Transfiguration. Because up until that point, every Transfiguration that you've done in class has been, here's a specific thing that you want to turn into something else. And so this project is all about experimentation and learning and trying to apply some of the concepts that she's given you over the last several weeks.
Cool.
Caleb looks over at Leo and says, "You're doing pretty good in this class. Do you want to maybe work with Skyler and Allison this time? We can help them out."
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. And Caleb's going to go over to their table. "Hey, I was wondering if you wanted to work together on this project."
Allison's still pretty upset, but she sees Caleb is trying. Yeah, thanks, Caleb. That would be helpful.
How big are the groups supposed to be?
So the groups are supposed to be pairs.
Okay. And we get to pick our own pairs?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I thought we could all work together, but...
I mean, you can still work together, right? It's just you need to each, like, a pair of two have to submit their own unique project.
Sure, okay. So, Caleb, how about you and I are a pair and they're a pair and we all work together, but we can just kind of divvy it up that way?
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan. We'll just come up with 2 really good ideas.
This whole time, Leo has his weird bifocal glasses on because he likes them. He's just like looking, he has to tilt his head back to look down at people just so he can see.
Skyler's gonna lean over to Allison. Allison, I would understand if you didn't want to be my partner.
It's fine, Skyler. We can be partners. If you want to be my partner, that is.
I always want to be your partner.
Freya is kind of like oblivious to what's going on over there, and she looks over at Dakota and like touches the back rims of her glasses, making them like jump up and down on her face. So you want to be partners?
Yeah, definitely. That sounds really great.
Awesome.
Do you have any ideas already? I'm pretty excited about this one. I think it's going to be really enlightening.
Yeah, I'm excited to kind of read through some books and try and figure out something exciting. We want to be different from everybody else.
Yeah, I'd really like to have the best project in the class. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So here's my idea, Leo. Food feet. Kind of like how I gave that chicken legs. If we could just transfigure food to run right up to your mouth and then the feet disappear.
So I think you're saying this really like quite loud, and Professor Pritchard like at this point has like stopped answering questions from some of the other kids in the class and is now just sort of staring at you while you're explaining this, and doesn't say anything, just watching, but like makes eye contact with you.
Oh, Caleb, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, high five.
Oh God, what feet are we gonna put on what food first?
What food aren't we going to put feet on?
Oh man.
And so as you're high-fiving, the bell rings and class is over.
Good luck, Allison. I'll be right outside the door when you're done.
Thanks, Skyler.
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I just gotta talk to the professor.
All right, I think everything's gonna be fine, and I think that this group project is gonna be awesome, and you're gonna do great. Maybe Leo is trying to use his once a day treat wounds to heal one of her conditions.
Yeah. Okay. Totally.
So
it just works, right?
Yeah,
That's your
it
power.
just succeeds once per day. He just
succeeds.
magically said the right words to make her feel better.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
Allison feels a little heartened by the idea, and she removes one of her -2s off her heart, so she still has -3 on heart. An improvement from -5.
Yeah, Leo sees a little slight smile and smiles back and says, "All right, see you later," and walks out.
So Allison packs all of her books and takes her paper up to the front and says, Professor, you wanted to see me?
Please take a seat. And she offers there's a chair that sits next to her desk.
Allison perches on the edge of the chair.
So, it's been a few weeks. How are things? How's class been going for you?
It's fine.
So, I wanted to talk to you because I'm just a little worried. Your marks in my class have been a little underwhelming, and I obviously I want you to succeed. I just want to know if something is wrong or if there's anything I can do to help.
No, I don't think so. I guess I just have to try harder. I don't know.
It's okay to not be the best at something, but I see a lot of potential in you. In class just today, you masterfully performed that spell. It seems like you have the potential to do great things. I just need you to focus a little more on applying yourself all the time.
Allison sighs, debating whether or not to tell the professor the truth about why her scores are so poor.
She sits at her desk and crosses her legs and kind of peers at you and says, are you sure that there's nothing else going on that you want to talk about?
Well, Professor, honestly, I'm just bored. Like, it's just not super interesting. Yeah, I can do the magic, but the papers aren't super interesting, so I don't put that much effort in. It's just, I mean, this was a poor mark, but some of the other marks are pretty average. So I can put like 0 effort in, and I get about average marks. So, like, why try harder?
Aw.
She kind of grimaces a little bit, and she doesn't immediately respond. Eventually, she takes a deep breath and says, I understand how you're feeling. You're probably thinking that a lot of this doesn't really matter to you. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Look, there are lots of people in this world who would desperately wish for the kind of natural talent that you possess. I can see it in the way that you interact with others, in the way that you complete some of your homework. But, not everyone has that gift. I'm not saying that you have to use it. It's okay if that's not what you want. Ultimately, it's your choices and it's your own life. But honestly, I think it would be a little bit of a shame if you never gave yourself a fair shot.
Okay, Professor. Allison's not super convinced, but she understands she needs to try harder for the sake of trying harder to get better grades. But secretly, she's also thinking, I'm up for applying myself, but transfiguration? Do I need this? I don't know. Maybe I'll try harder in my other classes.
Do you say that to the teacher?
No.
Okay.
That was like in my head, my inner monologue. I do not say that out loud.
Your inner Harry log?
Yes.
All right, well, like I said, if there's anything I can do, let me know. My door is always open.
Thanks, Professor. Allison shoves away her poor test scores into her bag and stands up.
All right, I'll see you in class.
Bye, Professor.
And just as you start walking towards the door to the classroom slams open. And on the other side of the door is Professor Fessel. Pritchard, I need a word. He is almost a little startled when he almost walks right into you as he barges into the room.
Eek!
And says, sorry about that. And he kind of almost shoves you out of the way.
Allison presses against the wall but doesn't leave the classroom.
Pritchard walks over to Fessel and says, look, let's talk in private. And she kind of gestures towards you, Allison. And they both turn and look at you.
Allison side creeps slowly along the wall out of the door and rolls around the door frame just so that she's in the hallway, but hopefully so she can still hear the conversation through the open door.
Hey, how'd it go?
Allison quick puts a finger to her lips.
So you missed a few words because there's other distractions in the hallway, but you overhear Professor Fessel say, look, it's the second time in as many months. These animals, they're getting killed on the grounds. Hagrid doesn't think, Professor Pritchard stops him and says, look, I know what you're saying, but I have faith in my students. Professor Fessel replies, look, those bite marks, you know what they mean. We can act now and stop anything bad from happening. You hear a slam, a loud slam on the desk. Professor Pritchard says, I will not, for a moment. And at that, you hear the voices stop, and then you realize that the door is now closing and slams shut, and then you can't hear anything else.
Allison lets out her breath that she didn't know that she was holding while listening to that whole conversation, and then turns to Skylar and was like, Skylar, did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that all about?
I don't know. Bite marks and animals on the grounds and Hagrid being worried. Professor Pritchard sounded really upset about whatever Fessel proposed to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, where are the others?
Yeah, I think that we've gone down the hallway talking about the great food feet extravaganza.
Yep.
Yeah, Freya's already in the library at this point, probably.
Allison takes like a couple more like big gulps of air and says, why don't we go find the others and tell them this might be related to the fire in the forests?
Yeah, totally.
Allison wanders off, completely having forgotten about her essay and her terrible marks in Transfiguration.
I follow.
So where are you going?
We both know. They're probably in the library.
Yeah, on Halloween.
I know, right?
It's like the day.
Also, like, do you have a costume for today? I'm really excited.
Yeah, I got a cool idea.
What is it? So we're talking as we're walking down the hallway.
So I got this really big sheet of parchment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cut it into this like lace collar that will go over my black robes. And I will be Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I was going to do the same thing, but be nearly headless Nick.
Oh no!
Yeah! We could be together. Two ancient souls.
Yeah.
Oh god!
You know, he's got those ruffles.
Yeah, the ruffles.
Yeah.
That definitely. I was going to be a cultural icon.
I mean, we're British,
That's what
though.
they say. Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Nearly Have the Snick, cultural icons.
And I was going to, like, see if I could levitate a little, like a ghost would with Wingardium Leviosa.
Not like Ruth Bader Ginsburg would.
No, she's going to ride on her laurels.
I'm sorry, Ruth Bader Ginsburg can't levitate?
Definitely can.
Oh man, after we tell the others, we should work on this costume. I want to surprise them all for the feast.
All right, that sounds good. I already got the parchment. I just haven't cut it into the lace pattern yet.
Okay.
Okay, so you all head for the library.
Yeah, we go to the library.
Yeah.
What is the rest of the group doing at the library?
I think that Caleb is very animatedly explaining the Food Feet project to Bragglewort, trying to get him interested in it. And then they jump right up to your mouth.
Yeah. And we could have like chicken wings with chicken legs. I guess that's a little insensitive.
Do you have any books on that?
I'm not totally sure. Okay. Well, and he's like fumbling with a bunch of books. He is actually like he has come to grow rather fond of your nonsense though. And he is just like following you around like, oh, I think this one could be helpful. And he puts his stack of books on the ground and is now rifling through the pages trying to see if he could find something interesting to help you with your project.
Oh, you mean he doesn't find a book called So You Want to Put Feet on Food?
No, it's actually So You Want to Put Feet on Food for Dummies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so as Allison and Skyler walk into the library, they're actually in the middle of this scene of you guys all talking to Bragglewort as he's trying to find books for you.
Let's wait till they're done talking with Sir Bragglewort.
Yeah, that's probably a good call. Maybe when we're back in the common room tonight.
Yeah, wait, where's Freya? She should be in here too.
Did Dakota come with me to the library?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So Freya is there trying to convince Dakota that they should make like things out of paper and then transfigure them into the things that they're made into.
Ooh.
So like make a vase with like paper flowers in it and then transfigure them into real flowers.
Like origami to real life.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that would be really cool.
Oh wow, that seems like pretty advanced magic though. I don't know. Do you think you could? Do you think we could come up with some theory around that? I don't know if I've even read anything like that yet.
I mean, maybe instead of like, I know living things is a little bit more difficult, but maybe just imagine legs as living.
I mean, I definitely imagined them as animated.
Yeah.
Think about all
I know.
the things you can put legs on.
I mean, maybe we can start small and start with some small inanimate paper folding that turns into their real life counterparts.
Well, why don't we try to find some books on this? And that's right when Skyler and Allison had just walked into the library and they see you. Dakota actually waves and says, "Oh, hey guys!"
Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Dakota. What are you going to be for Halloween?
Halloween? Oh, I was thinking of going as Spider-Man.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty excited about it. I'm kind of into comic books, actually. And she kind of looks down at her feet.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Oh, definitely Miles, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. He's my favorite too.
Do you know the spell to cast a web?
No, I don't actually.
Should probably learn that. Be pretty cool.
Yeah, so I think Bragglewart is actually like taking some of the like this now towering stack of books that is like teetering back and forth and says, "All right, boys, let's why don't we put these down right over here?" And he puts them at the table right by where this conversation is happening.
Oh, nice pile of books you got there.
Oh, I mean they're books. That's what's at the library. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Skyler. I heard you're Sir Bragglewart.
Yes, that's my name. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Skyler, are you friends with Caleb and Leo and Freya?
Yes, I am.
Me too. I'm Allison. Allison, like, raises her hand kind of dorkily.
Hello, nice to meet you.
We've known these guys since we were really young. Do you want to hear any embarrassing stories about them?
That seems inappropriate.
Sir Bragglewort doesn't have time to hear any embarrassing stories. He's a very busy man.
Now, why don't I let you all get back to work? Just try to keep the volume down. This is a library, after all.
Yes, of course. And I turn to Caleb. Caleb, I'm just teasing you. I don't have any embarrassing stories about you.
Oh, good.
But you guys, as Sir Bragglewort walks away, I kind of like do the thing where you put your arms out in like a big hug, but you're actually grabbing everyone's shoulders to do like the football powwow huddle. Yeah. We've got some tea.
You've got a D? I think that's in Muggle schools.
No.
No, she said tea like in a thermos.
Oh.
Yeah. I got some tea to spill. Are you ready for it?
Oh.
Wait, why would you spill it?
Oh, it's a Muggle thing.
Yeah, I've got...
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't think it's a Muggle thing.
Wait, so you didn't bring us tea to drink in the library? Now I'm just disappointed.
You're not allowed to drink in the library.
I mean, we could have snuck it anyway.
Okay, but...
I mean, Hagrid had tea. We could go get
You guys,
it from...
I'm not
listen to
going
this.
back
This is
there.
way more important. We overheard Professor Fessel and Professor Pritchard talking about what's been going on.
Caleb's interested. He leans in.
Wait, you mean in the forest?
Yeah.
What do you-
So,
Wait, what do you mean in the forest? Dakota is now awkwardly in this conversation.
Yeah, Dakota, get in on this. So, last month, we saw fire in the Forbidden Forest with shadows of people around the fire. And those two Gryffindor boys, Barnabas and Lawrence, told us that they were in that they were bringing back Voldemort's magic back from his grave. And then
You know who?
yeah. So then we told Professor Pritchard, and she said she'd take care of it. But we just overheard a conversation between Professor Fessel and Professor Pritchard about it.
What did they say?
So Fessel was really upset, and he said that there's something prowling the grounds, and there have been bite marks, and animals have been dying, and that's what Fessel told Pritchard. And Pritchard was like, no, you can't deal with that, and something like that, because Fessel wanted to like deal with it his own way, but Pritchard wouldn't let him.
A chill runs through Caleb's body. Oh, I actually forgot something. I gotta go.
What? But aren't you interested in this?
Yeah, I'll see you back at the common room.
Okay.
Can Allison read between the lines on that one?
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm gonna roll heart, read between the lines. I got a 6, so that's not really great.
Yeah, on a 6 or less, you can't really tell what.
Oh, I'm supposed to have
what they're
-2
really
as
thinking.
well. Sorry, that's a 4 because I'm still have a disadvantage on heart rolls.
Yeah, so then, yeah, for sure, you did not notice anything suspicious or weird about what Caleb just did.
I think as Caleb's running off, Caleb, make sure you come find me later. We'll talk about I have an idea about chicken fingers with fingers.
Oh, God.
For some reason, Caleb doesn't
really good.
respond to the chicken fingers with fingers comment.
Dakota, have you seen anything that's been kind of bizarre these last few months?
Well, I saw someone accidentally transfigure their head into a pumpkin. That was pretty bizarre.
Wicked.
Ugh.
That's so cool.
But Madam Pumphrey fixed them up in the hospital wing, though. So I don't know. Doesn't seem really related.
No, but it's cool.
Were they trying to do that?
I don't think so. I don't know. I wasn't.
Was it like a jinx? Did someone else do that to them?
I mean, it was to their own head. So I don't. I don't. I could maybe that's what they're into. I don't know, but it seemed bad.
Allison looks on skeptically, but just agrees. Anyways, let's get out of the library. It's Halloween.
I know, right?
Let's go back to the common room, get some costumes.
Leo, do you need help carrying those books?
Oh, no, that's okay. I got it. And he tries to pick them up and like drops 2 of them.
I'll pick those 2 up. I'm just going to follow you and pick up anything you drop.
All right.
So Caleb, where did you go?
Oh, it was Pritchard. It was right back to Professor Pritchard.
So you went back to Pritchard's office? Okay. Yeah, so I think just as the door is closed, I think just as you're about to knock, the door opens. And on the other side, you see Professor Fessel. And he gives you a look of, well, you're not quite sure. He's definitely masking something.
Can I read between the lines?
Yep.
It's a 7 minus 2, 5.
So no, you can't really unmask his emotions. But he kind of nods and says, Mirkwood.
Fessel.
And
To a professor.
Oh, wow.
I would be careful tonight. And with that, he walks away down the hallway.
Caleb narrows his eyes a little bit and then knocks on the door. Professor Pritchard?
Caleb, come on in. What can I do for you?
I heard a rumor about strange things that have been happening on the grounds.
Oh, Caleb, if this is about those boys, I already talked to McGonagall about it. Don't worry. They're not gonna bully you anymore.
Something about bite marks?
She kind of narrows her eyes. Caleb, you've been taking your medicine,
Every
right?
week, but do you want me to stay here with you tonight?
No, don't worry. It'll be fine.
I don't feel safe up in those rooms if I can't remember. We never can.
Caleb. And she walks over and puts both of her hands on your shoulders. Caleb, look, I know who you are. I trust you. Trust me. Everything's gonna be just fine.
Okay. And you're the one who makes the potion, right?
Oh, well, no. That's our potion master.
Snape?
No, it's not Snape.
Yeah.
So she says, I mean, well, I guess technically, no, I don't make the potion. That would be Professor Preston.
I mean, is there someplace I could stay tonight?
Caleb, look, everything has been fine so far, right? No one's gotten hurt in your dormitory.
That's true.
Why would you be worried about anything? I promise you, whatever's going on has got nothing to do with you. And I won't hear any more about it.
Right, Professor. Of course.
And she shows you the door. Now, have a good Halloween. I'll see you for class next week, okay?
Caleb forces a nod. He's going to head back up to the common rooms. But he's going to try to do so stealthily and go back to his room without being caught in the main common room.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you roll quick and quiet?
Well, I got an 11 minus 2, which is still a mixed success.
Yeah, so on a 7 to 9, you move quickly or quietly, which
It's
is
quickly.
it? Quickly.
Yeah, it's quickly. Before my friends get
Oh,
there,
okay.
I don't care about other people.
You tear through the castle, half sprinting back up to the common room. You get to the entrance to the common room, and you're presented with the eagle.
How far can you run into the woods?
Only halfway. Because after that, you'll be running out of it.
Yeah, the door swings open.
Through the common room. Upstairs to his room.
Okay. Yeah, you head there, and when you get there, none of your friends saw you, and the dormitory is currently empty.
Caleb mutters to himself, only halfway.